Public Service Kcse Karaoke. Now tomorrow, candidates who sat the Kenya Certificate of Secondary Education Kcse examinations last year will get the exam results. 525,000 candidates will get to know whether they qualify for slots in the ever-competitive Kenyan universities. Immediately after the results are released by the Kenya National Examination Council, those wishing to know their results can get through the short code 22252. The results come amid fears that nearly a month-long teachers' strike in September last year could have a serious effect on performance. But tonight, KTN's Michelle Ngele focuses on another aspect of the education sector in Kenya, the digital learning curriculum. Take a look.
With technology taking over the 21st century, from communication, transportation, and even entertainment, learning in Kenyan schools too is changing.
As we prepare to review our education curriculum to make it more modern and relevant to the changing developmental needs of the 21st century, we remain focused and determined to deliver digital learning devices to our schools this year.
The digital learning program, also known as DigiSchool, was initiated by the government of Kenya in 2013. As one of the key flagship programs highlighted in the Jubilee Manifesto, the program is targeted at learners in all public primary schools and is aimed at integrating the use of digital technologies in learning. In early 2016, the implementation of the digital literacy program for lower primary pupils moved a notch higher as part of the content was unveiled. The content developed by the Kenya Institute of Curriculum Development includes interactive animations, cartoons, videos and audios, puppets, quizzes and exercises aimed at helping pupils learn better.
A few weeks ago, we selected the consortiums that will actually provide the technology for these devices. So a very big congratulations go to Kcse, led by Dr. Julius Joan here, for actually working tirelessly to ensure we actually have the content that we will load into the devices.
The two successful bidders implementing the proof of concept are the consortium of Moi University and JP Kuto, Jomo Kenyatta University of Agriculture and Technology, and Positivo BGH. The two were selected from a group of 8 bidders who had submitted the proposals in January. The winning bidders will now proceed to demonstrate the proposals' feasibility in 150 selected schools across the 47 counties.
We are going to go to the next level, which we are calling proof of concept. Proof of concept, we have identified 150 schools, which we are going to test this particular concept of ours. And we expect the two consortia to deliver devices to be used in proof of concept from 15th to ensure that they load the content into the devices and the devices are delivered to the country to be distributed to schools, and that these devices should be in school by the 15th of March.
We have teams all across the country at the moment doing what we call e-readiness. Last week we launched the e-readiness surveys at Roysambu Primary School in Nairobi. We have teams in Kapenguria, we have teams in Malindi, we have teams in Taita Taveta, and the rest of the country actually going around to all the 150 schools to ensure that they're fully ready for this particular program.
But with many schools lacking classrooms, let alone electricity, just how feasible is the completion of the process?
Out of this program, 22,000 schools, primary schools, have been connected with power. We are preparing to disperse another 2.6 billion shillings in what we are calling infrastructure readiness in the first phase of this particular program. Some schools are better prepared, others are still at a slightly disadvantaged point, but all this we are working towards ensuring that the environment is good for these particular children to optimize on the devices.
The full rollout of the program will commence in June 2016 after the contractor's evaluation in May. The program is expected to deliver 600,000 devices to 11,000 schools in June 2016 and another equal amount in June 2017. Kenyans have on numerous occasions faulted the Jubilee government for failing to deliver laptops to pupils as promised in their manifesto.
These are pledges that we made to the children of this country, that we would and will provide them with laptops. An intention that, as the Deputy President has said, we intend to keep.
Education stakeholders are, however, quick to say that it is not the technology itself that is important, but how it is used. And this requires investment not just in equipment, but in giving teachers the confidence and competence to exploit it.
We have also trained 62,000 teachers. We are due to train within the next 3 weeks another 25,000 teachers in preparation for this program.
Meanwhile, the Kenya Institute of Curriculum Development is working towards the digitization of the 844 curriculum and its availability on multiple platforms.
The next stage for us in this context is to organize, as you're aware, the conference on the development of digital content, so that all the Kenyans who are interested, all the stakeholders, all publishers who want to engage in the development of digital content will have a specific standard guideline that they will use to develop the digital content.
We are inviting Kenyans from various walks of life, Kenyan innovators, Kenyan educators, now to develop educational content on the digital platform.
Instilling this sense of 21st century learning is A Academy, an interactive digital learning tool which has been recognized as an official partner of the Kenya Ministry of Education and the Kenya Institute of Curriculum Development. A Academy's digital lesson plan features an intuitive and child-friendly user interface and integrates teacher guidelines. While the lesson plans are highly interactive, A Academy's offline functionality allows its use even with very limited infrastructure. Also swapping dusty textbooks for digital learning are these children at Nairobi's Lighthouse Grace Academy. Online since September 2015, they use the tablets to learn basics like math and English.
I look at the stories and then the pictures. It is wonderful.
The hand-sized devices are part of the Kcse, a digital classroom in a suitcase designed by Kenyan technology company Brick. Josephine Boke has been a teacher for 12 years. For her, as well as the children here, the tablets are a win-win situation.
Inclusion of the lesson is also there for the teacher and the children. They feel happy when they are using it.
Even with the digital learning program set to take a few years before being rolled out in secondary schools, some high schools, like the just opened Nairobi Leadership Academy, are taking digital learning upon themselves. Where you would ordinarily find a black or white board, a big screen is placed. This is a smart board. Teacher Faisal is taking a group of staff through the technology that will be used for learning in the school.
This is a tool for the teachers, not to replace the teachers.
The screen also has a camera through which a teacher can see his students while writing on the board.
James, I can see you're not concentrating.
Nancy Mbogwa, a geography author and former teacher at Alliance Boys and Kenya High Schools, is the principal at this school.
Students will no longer be sleeping. They sleep a lot in class, especially when the teacher is slow a little. But here the teacher cannot afford to be slow. The teacher is also excited as well. Since 2003, the Kenyan government has abolished school fees for primary school children, built schools and provided meals, a move that was accompanied by high enrollment into these schools, but the standards of education still remain low. The Ministry of Education, however, believes that the digital learning program will be the game changer for Kenya's education. Michelle Ngele, KTN News.